let's say a header 1. We'll call this test 1. Particle simulation. Let's add a header 2. We'll say chat GPT. Which one is this? Should be 4.0. Yep. We'll call this chat GPT 4.0. And the prompt is this. Did I lose it? That's the prompt. And the HTML is that. And save. There we go. That's GPT 4.0. Let's do, let's open up the whole crew. We need Claude 3.5. And I have a whole bunch of benchmarks I want to run. So we can come here. We're up to header 2. This one is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Yeah, the order's wrong, but it's okay. Not gonna worry about that. I can change that later. Cool. Check that out. Huh. Love it. So I mean, here already you can see the differentiation. It's so cool, right? You don't want to get cut off. You can already see the differentiation here. This is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Toggle gravity. Add particles. So freaking cool, right? A more complex simulation. Grok. Google Gemini. .0 Flash. Thinking experimental. Header 2. Grok 3. HTML. Okay. There you go. I think this is freaking cool. Claude did gravity. I mean, we can compare. Honestly, I think Grok 3 is a little more interesting than GPT 4.0. We should have a reload button for each of these. Let's make sure we save. Let's try Gemini. Thinking experimental. May not be ready yet. Super fast. Super fast. Let's see what we got. This is header 2 for Gemini 2.0. Oopsies. 2.0 Flash Thinking. HTML. Add block. Something go wrong? Huh. Oh, it's there. It's just hard to see it. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's save this. This is going to be test 2, bouncing ball test. Seen a lot of people do this test. Header 2, GPT 4.0. And it looks like this. Please create an HTML file with the following physics simulation. The following 2D physics simulation. A ball bounces off the interior walls of a square. The ball should never leave the inside of the square. Without the effects of gravity. Without the effect of gravity. A ball forever. All right, that's our prompt. Let's save it. So this will be our text block. Oh, yeah, I get the order wrong. Let's do this one, then header 2, GPT 4.0, and then we'll do HTML. Is it finished? All right, let's copy it out. Woo! Bit of a disaster, but I like it. Let's go. Claude is next. Header 2. Claude 3.5 Sonnet. HTML. Wow. So much better. I mean, it's amazing, right? Claude Sonnet is an old model, man. It's still so good. How do they do that, Anthropic? What magic? What magic? Okay, it's a little glitching. Some maybe. Now I'm not seeing any glitches. Oh, it's okay. This still wins. I mean, it did it. It looks nicer when they run it in this sandbox environment. Interestingly, I don't see any glitches here. So something with the iframe is a little different here. It glitches out. Interesting, but I mean, it got it right. It passed the test. Let's go on to Grok. Let's see how Grok does this massive model. Yeah, we haven't tried Think. We'll turn on Think if we need to. If we think that we're not getting a good result, we'll try it with Think. Let's give it a shot. This would be Grok 3. Failed. Quite a miserable failure there. Let's try Gemini 2. How do I get a new chat here? So fast. Superhuman stuff. Never ceases to amaze. Okay, copy it in. Gemini 2. Gemini 2. Flash thinking. Let's be precise. Okay. HTML. Yeah, got it. Looks good to me. It's hard to know if the physics are perfect. I think they are. Very impressive. Very impressive. Let's give Grok another try with the thinking model. We could do Grok 3 thinking. We didn't try that last time. If we give it one more chance, we go new, think. What we really need down here is just 4 buttons. This is disastrous UI, which is actually killing me. So let's make sure I have no outstanding changes. I don't think I do. But I don't want to spend any more time on that right now. We have a UI that works. The last piece here for the bouncing ball was just Grok 3. So let's say header 2, Grok 3 thinking, HTML, add the block. We got this guy. What is this? Looks like it got it. Looks like it got it. As far as I can tell. Let's put Claude 3.5 Sonnet back in here. Yeah, I got it thinking. When it thought for a minute and a half, it was able to do it. Oh, why did it die? Oh my god, it didn't do it. It lost it. It left the square. So anyway, let's save the file this time. That's the story. If I refresh, we shouldn't lose it. We didn't lose it this time. Great. Let's move on. That was experiment number 2. So we have experiment number 1, experiment number 2. I'm debating. I'm tempted to just put these back in because it's actually not so long, and I do want to keep them around. So let's say Gemini 2.0 thinking. Let's put it back in. I like this result. Actually, I would rather just put it back in. Cool. Save. You know, we could just auto save. But yeah, and then the last one was this guy. GPT-4o. Yeah, GPT-4o. We didn't do. Let's do yeah, this one sort of failed for 4o. So let's just try this with thinking. O3 mini. Let's say GPT 3.0 mini high. See if we can get a better result. And I would love to move on to the next experiment. Thinking time was 22 seconds. It's pretty short. We'll see. Could be fine. Yeah, it looks really good actually. Really nice. Okay, so who wins? Yeah, as far as I could tell, that's correct. I think there's some optical illusion that makes it look like the ball's not going in a straight line, but I don't think that's actually true. I think it is going in a straight line. Honestly, I think Grok 3 thinking is the only one that failed. GPT thinking model, it's saved so we don't forget. GPT thinking model, Gemini 2.0 thinking model, they all got it. So yeah, we need to save automatically, really. That should be a fairly easy change. Header 1. Test 3. Terrain generation. Let's say text. Create an HTML file that demonstrates. Let's not do this now, please. How a terrain that visualizes a 3D terrain being generated using Perlin noise. Let's see if that works. Let's start with Claude 3.5. It's pulling in libraries. Wonder if that will create any issues. Man, Claude is working hard. Oh no. Oh no, there's an error here. I guess we could say it failed. I think it just shot too hard. I mean, we can paste in this code and see what happens, but if it failed in that visualizer, I suspect it's gonna fail here too. Yeah. Okay, clearly there's an error. Let's try this prompt with 3.0. 3.0 mini high. It thought for 14 seconds. And it gave me a file. Looks less ambitious than Claude. Nothing here. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. Let's keep going. Let's try Grok 3 thinking. I bet Claude is really close to having something amazing. I'm seeing the following console error in the console. I mean, this is clearly a very hard benchmark question. Let's say Grok 3 thinking. Nothing. Claude. Oh, Claude did it. Look what Claude did. Okay. After iterating on these errors with Claude, what a maniac Claude is. Are you kidding me? Crazy. Is that crazy or what? It's insane that after all this time, Claude is still the champion. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Oh my God. I mean, of course, if we wanted to be generous, we can ask, 3.0 Mini and Grok to try again also with their errors. I don't doubt that they'll be able to improve as well. The user's encountering an error. Okay, updated version. It's struggling. Yeah, it's a hard task. It seems to be the same error. I'm gonna give up on 3.0. And we're gonna try Grok again. Let's see if we can get Grok to work. I mean, let's give it a few more tries. I'm seeing the following errors in the log. There's a lot more benchmarks we can run. I think we should run a few more. So it's giving me instructions, putting it all together. Let's try it. Oh, it's still writing. Okay. Grok 3, chance to redeem itself. 100 lines. It's not pulling in the file. 3. I want to help it. Where's the improved noise? Here we go. Let's see if this helps. The version is 0.130 apparently. That was the issue. So if I replace these with 130, No errors, but no result. Okay. Let's try Fourier series visualization. Fourier series visualization. Please create an HTML file with a visualization demonstrating how a Fourier series can approximate a square wave using multiple sine waves. And I think this will be the last one for tonight. Let's start with Claude 3.5 Sonnet. What's the takeaway of all this? Oh man, in practice, it's crazy. I think Claude 3.5 Sonnet often beats the thinking LLMs like GPT 3.0 and Gemini thinking. Gemini Flash thinking experimental and Grok, which is crazy. And it's not really what the benchmarks would tell you. Because, you know, the benchmarks claim that the thinking models are better in general than Claude 3.5 Sonnet. But, I mean, Sonnet's been around for a long time, more than a year at least, and no one's beaten it. Wild. What an amazing visualization here. It went all out. We'll try Grok 3. Grok 3 thinking. So hard to beat this result. Amazing what the Anthropic team accomplished. And we'll also try GPT-03. And we'll also try Gemini. And we'll come here. We're waiting on Grok. I mean, in summary here, I have no interest in using Grok because I don't particularly care for the leadership of the company. But man, are we excited? Are we ready for another version of Anthropic? I mean, that's gonna be wild. If we get a thinking model or a Claude 4, it's gonna be incredible. Okay. A nice result from Grok. Yeah, I mean, a perfectly passable, nice result. Not as elaborate, and I mean, impressive as what Claude 3.5 Sonnet did, but it definitely understood the assignment. No question about that. We're up to now, after Grok, we need Chat GPT 4.0, 3.0. Is it 03? I probably wrote 3.0 a few times when I should have written 03. 03 mini high. Interesting. Really nice. Really beautiful result. Yeah, so nice. Because of course the Fourier series is actually a series of circles that intersect like this. A beautiful result. Different from Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And let's last do Gemini. And then we will call it for the night. Gemini Flash Thinking. Really beautiful result there from ChatGPT. And this is probably very similar to what we saw from Grok. And let's save it. And I think we're done here.